Hey, just so we don't get in trouble, technically I don't need to bring a player up after a loss, but I figured there'll probably be some questions for DT who just flew in 4 hours ago, so don't get in trouble, anyone? Appreciate it. We good?
Obviously, Forde's so close yet so far. Again, a loss, but are you pleased with the boys who got to bounce back after the United game?
Yeah, and again, I was actually chatting with DT in the corridor about it. This is sort of us in a nutshell at the moment with so many key pieces out. This is the fourth game now. We just haven't been able to close out that fourth quarter. But, to everybody's credit, they played hard. Wardenberg's cramping up at the end there. We're trying to get him back out there, but, he was struggling with cramping. We just need a few extra hands, and this is where DT will hopefully help that out to close out that fourth.
I guess what do you put that down to, not being able to close out fourth, other than extra bodies on the court?
I mean, again, like Jackson, for example, has been fantastic, but there's still that experience factor of, what's required. And again, Rob's not a point guard, and so the ball's moving a little bit freely, and, depending on who was out there. Look, we're up 4 with 3 minutes to go. But even the possessions before that, we had 2 shot clock violations. We had a lot of, again, like Alex had a great game, and then he turned it over just driving into traffic, and it's not his fault. It's just, man, he's in a pretty intense moment that he's probably never experienced before in his basketball career. Got a lot of guys out there that are still learning how to win because we got a lot of our main guys on the bench cheering them on. So, look, we can sit here and talk about moral victories, but the reality is now there's 6 in a row, and it would have been nice to get 1 or 2 because now the expectation is, hey, okay, let's get Taron, DT, and Tanner and everybody back, in the coming weeks, and we're playing a bit of catch-up. So, the burden on them now is higher because we've dropped 6 in a row. There's still a lot of games left in the season, but it would have been nice to get a couple and not put so much pressure on them to say, okay, come in now and, be the difference makers for us.
I guess, DT, how great is it to be in Cairns, and what have you enjoyed most about it so far?
No, it's good. It's hot, so I'm kind of used. I'm from Cali, so I'm used to the heat. I haven't got to experience too much of it yet. I went straight to my place, and then an hour later came to the gym, so I haven't got to experience too much of it. But I'm loving the crowd and the kids' interaction, so I love it so far.
How did you find the game tonight? Obviously, the fact that they lost, but beyond that, just be able to see them in person and get a feel for it.
Nah, it was a great game. We led most of the game. I think probably we led 20 minutes of the game. We're up into, like you said, up into the last 4 minutes, and you could see guys kind of got a little tired and turnovers here and there. But it's like you had a lot of guys that, like he said, haven't played, probably an intense game like that. So you had a lot of it on Rob, and I feel like me and Taryn can come out there and get him open shots and get Sam some open shots as well and take the pressure off of him.
Kyle didn't suit up tonight. I guess any reason for that?
Shoulder injury, but we had no one to replace him with. So yeah, it was so late in the piece. So we'll get his shoulder checked out and find out what the issue is there. But yeah, just add it to the casualty ward.
You seem pretty positive though, despite everything that's happening. 6 losses on the trot, and obviously a lot of injuries to contend with. You're still positive. It sounds like it.
The boys are playing their hearts out, and this is the thing, right? He's like Alex started his 3rd game he's ever been involved in. He hasn't played college ball. He hasn't played anything higher than NBL 1 East, and he came out on his debut start with 11-11. Like, he's playing his heart out, and so is Wardenberg, and so is Rob. We just got to get everybody some help. We're having some guys who are having a bit of a down performance. We need to work on that and get these guys back to playing good basketball. But the collective as a team, again, I reference past teams I've been involved in where, if you're faced with a similar situation, people walk in with excuse to quit or lose, or it's okay to... But again, they're down in the change room hurting. And I'm looking at half these guys and go, none of these guys played minutes in the NBL last year. Some of them were DPs in the NBL last year. And, they just came out and played their absolute hearts out. And, one extra pair of hands, whether it was DT or Taron out there in that fourth, to help steer it all, would have been a massive difference for him. So you can't help but remain positive. And again, I'm the type of guy that embraces the darkness anyway. So, you know, we're in the thick of it right now. And this is, if you don't enjoy these moments and come out the other end better for it, you know, you don't get involved in coaching.
Obviously, Rob was back to his best 27 points, game high. Talk us through how great it's been to see him on board.
Yeah, you know, there's things I still need to work with Rob on. You know, Rob right now feels like he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders, and so the good thing is now, you know, with this guy next to me, he's going to help take some of that burden away. Same with Taron. But again, like, more help, I think it just opens up his game more. Same with Wardenberg. These guys right now, those two are playing great basketball, but no one's going to encroach in their space when everybody else comes back. So when we get Tanner and Taron and P and everybody back, their games are just going to elevate because what they do is unique to them. And then we're just going to help free them up a little bit more.
DT, what attracted you to the opportunity with Cairns and back in the NBL?
Forde. We were talking for about 2 years now, on and off. So he called me. I got home like a week ago from Israel, and he called me like right when some other teams were in contact. And as soon as he called me, I told him yeah. So like I'm familiar with him. I've been watching the team for the last 2 seasons, so like really watching the team the last 2 seasons, and I feel like this fits in my game, so came here.
And can we expect you to suit up for the next game?
I mean, if I clear all the situations, I would be out there.
Yeah, he's cleared. He's playing.
Yeah.
Good to hear. Thank you. All right, we good?
Forde, just a quick question. Obviously, you spoke about Alex had a great game.
Is this your question or is this someone else's question? Make sure. Make sure.
No, because Jake requested DT to be in this press conference.
He did.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jake. Thanks for requesting DT.
He's not going to go out and have that sort of game every week, but that gives you confidence knowing that he can come off the bench and play that sort of style of basketball.
Well, right now he can start and play that style of basketball. And this is what, you know, again, Alex is in his last year of eligibility as a DP. He's one that I felt like has slipped through the cracks a little bit, you know. Didn't get the same pathway junior development, you know, that others have gotten for whatever reason. And so he came to our open trial and he's got a metre vertical, you know, and that's not exaggerating it. And, you know, he's a see ball, get ball type of dude. And he's got nice little polish around the rim. So, look, you know, this is what I've always said is, especially with these opportunities right now where we have injuries, it opens up for others to steal minutes. You know, that's the level of competition that we want. And Alex right now made a case to steal minutes off his teammates. And so we'll give it another crack again and keep seeing if this was just a flash in the pan or if this is Alex as an NBL player. Awesome. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.